Hey, this is Sandy. Oh, let me try one more time. It's taking a moment. This is Sandy with the Believe Health, and we're going live for the very first time. Oh my gosh, it looks like I'm live. All right, so I'm Sandy, and I'm with the Food 2.5 program, and I'm a co-founder of Believe Health, and I'm so very excited to be here with you today. This is going to be a very fast 15 minutes. I just thought I would come on the very first time I do this. I tried to do this yesterday. I did a great trial run and got this all going and perfected. But I'm going to try and do it again because it was so well done last night. Tonight we're going to talk about kale for a little bit. We're going to talk about ahi tuna, and we're going to put this gorgeous salad together. So let's start with kale, because if you follow me on Believe Healthy Facebook page, and I highly encourage everyone to do that because all recipes are put out there. There's no secrets with us. But I posted a few things today. I chose kale in particular for two reasons. It shows up on two different lists, which really I find very interesting. It's on the superfoods list, which is fabulous. It means that just ounce for ounce, it's got a little extra punch than other greens, and so kale is pretty high on that list. But the other reason that I picked kale is because it's also on the Dirty Dozen. So there's an organization out there called the EWG. Some really smart doctors. You should check out ewg.org. They do a lot of testing of fruits and vegetables for contaminants, and they come up with the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Oh my gosh! Hey to everyone. Hey Gail. Hey Christina. Hey Euphemia, and I apologize if I butchered your name. I've seen you around in Dr. V's group. Hi. Hi Carla, and hi Dolly. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I'm so happy that my failure yesterday on technology did not dissuade you guys from coming back. But yeah, so just momentarily, let's chat about kale. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this down a little bit so that you can see my cutting board. And yes, if you stay with me, I'm going to do this daily. I'm going to get better at the technology as I go. I promise you. But kale comes on a stalk like this, and then I've cut it off, or you can tear it off. I've washed it and taken all the stems off. So this ends up on the Dirty Dozen, I think, because a lot of contaminants go up into the the center of the stem and stays there. So I cut that off. It's also very fibrous, so it's a good one to cut off. But it also grows close to the ground, which is another reason they think that that kale is in the Dirty Dozen. So if you're going to buy organic anything, and you don't buy into organic, it's okay. I'm not going to try and talk you into that. But kale and anything on the Dirty Dozen is good to buy up to the organic level because they do absorb so much from the ground. But what I do, you have two choices at this point if you want to eat this raw. You can actually either take and massage it like this and break up the leaves so that it's easier for you to chew. But I find a little bit of knife work actually makes this much easier. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a salad tonight. I've put cilantro in here too. I've had some leftover bits and ends of cilantro. I also had some leftover parsley in my fridge. So I'm just going to throw it all together because I think herbs and kale go so well together. So I'm just running my knife through. And all I'm going to do, you're going to see, this is easy and fast. We're going to go a couple of different directions, and you can make this as small as you like. I mean, I have a friend, my business partner and his wife, Doug and Kim Harrison. Shout out to them. They make what they call grass clippings, and I think that is hilarious. That actually it tastes so good when you actually take the time to take it down that small. But for a weeknight salad, I really just want it enough that everything gets mixed together and that it's small enough bites that we don't have to work too hard chewing it. So I love kale as a salad. I think it's it's one of the most flavorful, and I've always got this going in my fridge. This and spinach. All right, there we go. I think we've got enough. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. So we've got some smaller bits on the bottom. We're going to put that into the bowl. I don't know if you can see that. Awesome. Let me take you back up here. And we're going to go right over here to my stovetop. I've got two things going on the stovetop right now. I'm going to make ahi tuna. I'm going to sear it, and I'm going to sear some beautiful nectarines that I've got in the house. Now the nectarines, let me just show you. The nectarines are so sweet, but they are really hard. So what I thought I would do is grill them. And if you're in Dr. V's group, you've seen me do this before, but it's super easy, and it does a couple of things for you. Puts char on there, which, let's just face it, it tastes really good. It caramelizes the sugars that are in the nectarines, and it's going to soften the whole thing for us. So it's going to make up for any hardness that we had. I hope you guys all heard that from there. Look at that, pan's hot, it's all ready. Grill pan is going. And I had to cut this into bits, so I've got a number of little tiny bites that I'm just gonna throw onto the pan at the same time. All right, we're gonna get those going. The other thing that we have going over here on a really low temperature are pine nuts. Now, pine nuts, a beautiful nut. Here, let's just see if I can get you going here. These pine nuts are so gorgeous, and you toast them so that they release their oils, and they're hot and luscious. So I could literally, this pan's a little bit hot, I could literally take right now and put pine nuts right in here. And we've got that. So that part's already done. So while we've got the nectarines going, we're halfway done with this dinner already, guys. Just gonna say. I've got 2 pieces of ahi tuna here, and I want to talk about these for just a second before I put them on. Look at this. This is ahi tuna. Now this is, I'll be straight up, I bought these frozen. You can see this one. They're really nice, but something occurred to me when I was taking these out of the package. Look at how pink these are. They kind of look a little unnatural. And it kind of bothers me. Usually when you look at ahi tuna, it's got several different colors in it. So when I looked at the packaging, it said that they've been packaged with carbon monoxide, and that's to retain color. I'm going to do more research. Tune back in. I'm going to come back to the ahi tuna issue, because that one does not make me very happy. You know, if you know me well enough and you've been to some of my cooking demonstrations before, you know I'm a single ingredient chef, that I really like to have ingredients that I know from good sources and are ethically brought to us. So I'm just going to keep going. I've got salt and pepper on this side, and that's all that this tuna needs. And I'm literally going to put this on the same pan with those nectarines. And again, you heard the sizzle. That's what you want to hear. We're just going to put them in. Now it's on a grill pan, and I'll hold that up when we're all done so you can see it. The grill pan's going to keep the juices from running together, so there's no worry putting the tuna together with the grilled nectarines. It's going to be just beautiful. And then let me, before I forget, while I'm doing this, season the other side with salt and pepper. I love both of these. I ground the pepper before we came on today. This is a really a pretty black peppercorn, and this is real salt. This comes from Utah. It's a gorgeous product. And again, if you know me, you know most of my products come from Amazon, but I'll list all the ingredients, I'll list where I got them from, and I'll list the recipe after the live demonstration today. Okay? All right. So now let me turn the heat off on the pine nuts so they don't burn, so I don't have a burn in my first show. The next thing, if I didn't have tuna around and I wanted to put protein into the salad, the easiest way that I know that to add protein is a couple of things. One is, I've got these beautiful hemp hearts, and if you've never had a hemp heart, they're just like eating little bits of sesame seeds almost. They're a little bit salty, and they're nice. And you can, with a serving of hemp hearts, get almost 10 grams of protein. So it's a really good source of protein. So I'll put that on top of the salad. The other thing I have, and this recipe is out on my, let me just keep track of the tuna because it's going fast. The other recipe I have out on my Facebook page, Believe Healthy, is this crunchy, ooh, look at this, crunchy quinoa. So this is tricolor quinoa that we cooked in chicken broth and then baked in the oven for, gosh, I'd have to look up the recipe, but I think it was like 15 or 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes topside, but it got crunchy. This is a perfect protein to have on a salad. So I'm literally going to take just some of that. I've been doing it all week since I made it. And put some crunchy quinoa onto the salad. Let me pull that up so you can see it. Look at that. We've already got that. So I'm going to come over here right now. I'm going to flip the tuna because I can smell that it's all ready. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm going to flip this one and then I'll come show you. We'll keep cooking. I'm going to make this medium rare. You can go to whatever doneness you like, but look at that. Grill pan, cast iron, hot pan. It's going to be done maybe another 5 minutes and that will be done. Let's check these. Oh my gosh, these are pretty. So if you're really fancy, you can take these nectarines, turn them 90 degrees, and you can get cross grill marks. We'll see how many of these I can get done. All right. So now we've got nectarines that are cooking away. We have the pine nuts on our salad. We've added some extra protein with the hemp hearts and the quinoa, the crunchy quinoa. Now I want to make a dressing. And this dressing is a shout out to Angela. Angela will know who I'm talking to. She asked me for a raspberry dressing. So I'm actually going to make a dressing for the first time live because I had some raspberries in the fridge. And so let's just see how it comes out. So what I did, here, let's start here. I had raspberries that are kind of past their prime. They taste just fine. There's no mold on them. But if you look at them, they're just a little bit soft. So I'm going to put them, I just have I have an old ice cream container. Let's just be straight up about what I'm using. I love these. I love these for the containers. But I put raspberries in it. This is, let's call it a mulling tool. Mostly used by bartenders to mull fruits and herbs for cocktails. But I find it really nice to just mash up some raspberries. Now, if you wanted, you could eliminate the seeds. You could push this through a sieve or a fine mesh and get the seed out of it. I don't mind the seeds, so I'm just going to leave them in there. Now these, let's see if I can show you. See the raspberries? I just made kind of a raspberry pulp. Then I'm going to make a standard vinaigrette, which is 1-to-1 vinegar to oil, a little bit of mustard, and in this case, because I have these raspberries, I'm going to put a little bit of honey in it just to give it a nudge. So for this much, you know me, there's not a lot of measuring going on. It's a blob, okay? And we're going to make dressing for, I don't know, a couple of days. I usually like half a blob on the honey, so that's usually my gauge is whatever I put in for mustard, I do half of for the honey. Then I got this gorgeous Lucchini balsamic vinegar. This is aged. This actually was imported from Italy. It is a beautiful, beautiful balsamic vinegar. Now, I'm literally just pouring balsamic vinegar over the top of the raspberry, so you can see. Here, let me turn it so you can see this side. Just adding it in on top. Then I'm going to double that volume. Before I do that, let me take, oh my gosh, those are so beautiful. I'm going to take these off. So now tuna's done. We're literally in the home stretch for a dinner this evening. I turn the heat off. I'm going to leave the nectarines on for just a little bit longer because they're just a little bit longer, but I don't want to burn them. So I'm going to double the volume of the vinegar with oil in here. And again, this is multiple days worth, so this is not just for tonight. Otherwise, it would be an awful lot. I always do it with a lid. Oops, hang on. I'm going to put salt in here. And a little pepper. I tend to like 1-to-1 salt and pepper, but a lot of people like more salt than pepper. Do what makes sense. The other vinegar I was going to say for something like this that would lighten this whole thing, I have a champagne vinegar. Something in the white wine or champagne vinegar category would also be really lovely with these raspberries. Now, give me 1 second. I'm just going to shake. All right, and then I like to try dressing. Oh my gosh, this color, look at that. Angela, I hope you're watching this. The color of this is so beautiful. I like to test the vinaigrette on something that is going to be in the salad. So I have a piece of kale here. I'm going to try this. Oh my gosh. You guys, you have to make this raspberry vinaigrette. Literally, it's the basic vinaigrette recipe, 1-to-1 oil to vinegar. a blob of mustard, a half a blob of honey, and then I had 6 or 8 raspberries that were overripe that were in this. This is so beautiful. So while those nectarines are finishing, let me show you how I'm gonna dress the salad. Because with greens like this, what you don't want to do is pour a dressing like this over the top of them because it'll make them wilty. So I literally, what I did, if you saw my other video, I've been playing around in the kitchen. I just make a little well right on the side and I add some of the dressing. Then what I do is, and my hands are clean, I'm just literally going to take and cover this with dressing. Oh my gosh. And this coats the crispy quinoa, this is coating the hemp hearts, this is coating all those beautiful greens. Now we have the salad that's ready. So let's finish this off. Let us see. I've got the tuna. I'm gonna go back to my cutting board so you can see what I'm doing. And if this tuna is too rare for you, just keep cooking it a little bit longer. It was not, it did not cook long. It was a couple minutes on each side. Let's see. Yep, you can see that. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just cutting crosswise. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. All right, so we've got that. And then we'll put that across the top of our salad. Look at this salad. Holy cow, it's coming together. Let me grab the nectarines for the finish. Ooh, look at that! I got cross hatches. That's so cool. Let's see. And I got more. All right. This is a few more crispy quinoa across the top. Et voila. Dinner. And I think we got done in just about 17 minutes, just a little bit longer than 15 minutes. Not bad for a weeknight dinner, right? So this recipe, along with any other, and if you go on to Believe Healthy and like me, please like me, you'll see all the recipes from today. You'll see all sorts of really interesting information, and I'm going to come back to you every day during the week for another 15-minute dinner, and then we'll do a little bit longer sessions on the weekend and do those really fun sort of, multi-step dinners. So it's been a pleasure. I just want to say thank you again. Oh, and one last thing, since I've got your attention. I am working with Sarah Hankinson, is one of my dear friends, and she is a Pampered Chef representative. We're doing a fundraiser for Casa Teresa in Orange County, California, a beautiful home for single moms trying to get a restart. Anything that is bought by this weekend while my party is open with her is going to get donated to Casa Teresa. So anyone that would like to purchase something from Pampered Chef, I'm sure if Sarah's on here, she'll put up her link. If not during this live, we'll put it up later. But it would be great to have you support such a worthy cause. That's it. It's been a great live today. Thank you so much. I feel so blessed to have you all here. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to coming to you again tomorrow. Thanks.